for how to resist constant snacking during lockdown. So if you've listened to my videos over the last 5 days, you will have been learning about how to cut down on the amount of snacks that you're having. All of us are living in lockdown, which means that the fridge is easily accessible and it can be a temptation to eat throughout the day. So I've been sharing with you my tips for resisting snacks, and it's all about blood sugar balance. So there are a number of things you need to do to make sure that your blood sugars are balanced, because if they're not balanced, whenever you're in a blood sugar low, you will crave something that will give you a fast release of sugar. So as we've learned, not having big gaps between meals, cutting down on caffeine, resisting sugar, having protein every time you eat, and eating whole foods are all the important steps that you have to take to make sure that you're not in a state where you're craving food. And the final rule is to eat more essential fat. And why should we need to eat more fat? So I've explained the blood sugar process that goes on in the body, and that is all ruled by a hormone called insulin. Now, your cell membranes should be as fluid as possible so that they respond to the signals that the hormones are trying to give them. So in this case, insulin. So if your diet is full of saturated fats, the cell membranes become very rigid, and then it's very hard for the hormone to get its signal into the cell. But if your diet is high in essential fats, that cell membrane is really fluid and receives signals really easily. So for better blood sugar balance, you want really good communication between hormones and cells. And the way to achieve a fluid cell membrane is to have a good intake of essential fats in your diet. And essential in nutrition terms means that it's not something our bodies can make. So we need to find that from our diets. And when we're talking about essential fats, we're talking about a group of fats that give us omega-3 primarily and omega-6 fats. So the type of foods that you should be eating more of to have better intake of essential fats and therefore to have better hormone signaling in the body are things like nuts and seeds. So all nuts and seeds have really high levels of good quality essential fats. Avocados are a great source, and oily fish is an amazing source of omega-3. And omega-3 will help with cell membrane fluidity, but it's also anti-inflammatory. So lots of different health benefits. And it's quite difficult to remember which fish are oily. So there's a very easy mnemonic. So the mnemonic is SMASH-T. So S-M-A-S-H and then a T. So salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, herring, and T for trout. So those are the fish with the highest levels of omega-3. So my recommendation would be that you should be eating oily fish 2 to 3 times a week, and you should be having nuts or seeds daily. And avocados, 2 or 3 a week would be fantastic. So think about the fat in your diet. Are you getting enough essential fats? Maybe keep a food diary and highlight when you're having protein, fats, and then look at the carbohydrates that you're having as well. So it's really important to have fat with every meal that you eat. There's another reason for this as well, not just to have good cell membranes, but also fat creates satiety, and satiety is a feeling of fullness. So if your diet is fat-free, you're likely to feel hungry all the time. Whereas if you make a point of having some fat with every meal, then your brain receives the signal that you're full and you're less likely to feel hungry quite so quickly afterwards. If you don't eat fish, then it's a good idea to be taking a supplement. You want to take a pure fish oil supplement. There are some brands that are better than others. You do get what you pay for with supplements, so don't always look for the cheapest possible because the quality might not be that good. So hopefully that makes sense. Think about your essential fatty acid intake or essential fat intake, and think about whether you are having enough to keep you feeling full and to give cell membranes the fluidity they need to respond well to insulin. So those are the 6 rules, and over the next few days I'm going to be talking about some great ideas for snacks, when you should be snacking, and I'm also going to look through some kind of shop bought snacks and we can decide if we think they are healthy or not. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3.